It's time to get our next guest out, folks. He was last seen on a dance floor in London at midnight singing Aron na Bhéin with Aisling B. We are assured that London and the dance floor survived, but did she? Would you please welcome Laura Whitmore? Friends reunited.
Yeah, this is lovely. I'm not going to lie, beforehand, I just realised these shoes are a size too big, but I really like them. So I was going to wear the shoes. And I got this far, so I'm done now. Yeah. That was the most stressful walk of my life.
I was a bit worried as you were dandering over there. All good. The last time we did this, you were interviewing me at the London Irish Centre.
Yeah, that was just before you got the late. No, you got the late gig, and everyone knew about it. And I feel like I should sit there right now.
I mean, you're more than that.
Yeah, that
can
I do?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, go ahead. That's fine. That's
I
fine.
just want to see what
That's fine. Yeah.
Now the show.
So there we go. Now we go.
Yeah.
This is great.
Just get the shoes in because I wore them. Just because I did wear them and they've been worn. I don't like this.
I think I may have caught something that may mean you might need to move back to this seat there. So,
I'm just having a little look. But we did. We had a lovely chat. I know your whole life story.
Yes, your husband and I think did we overcook it that night slightly?
Oh, no. So basically, the London Irish Centre is this wonderful centre in Camden, in North London, that is just... It kind of started out helping a lot of Irish people who ended up, mainly during the 80s, went over there, found themselves in a little bit of trouble, and it helped them in so many ways. I went there when I needed a new passport. They're very helpful. It's the
parish hall.
Yes. Parish hall.
The parish hall for London.
Yes. But they do so much more than that, and they're really kind of moving with the times as much as possible. But when I go there, I feel like I'm home. And we had this lovely night, and I know it is a charity, so a lot of money goes back into the community. And we sold tickets for me to interview you. It was lovely. And I stupidly left my husband at the bar.
Oh.
And it was a long interview. It wasn't like a Late Late Show interview where it's live. It was like an hour. We talked a lot.
We did.
And then I found my husband a while later, and everyone bought him a pint of Guinness.
What's not to love? I mean, that works out all right.
Yeah.
On a scale of the night out that you guys had recently in London,
yes,
what was that like?
We have a lovely time.
We do have a lovely time. Laura and I both like a dance.
What happened?
Over to London. We killed a man. We killed a man.
Yeah. We did.
I'm not coming to London.
Yeah. We just did that thing. Like when you're younger, you know the night is over. You know you have to go home. When you do A, river dance, or B, sing Aron na Bhéin. Like that's what you do. So
yes.
We were in this very fancy after party.
Yeah, it was a screening of Paul and
All of Us
Andrew's All of Us
Strangers. So this is the brilliant new movie with Andrew Scott and Paul Mescal.
Yeah.
Very fancy premiere.
Very fancy. And then it was the end of the night.
Aisling made a huge effort.
Can I just say
on the red carpet?
This is Andrew Scott's fault because he was like, "Darling, do you want to come to the screening?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, grand."
That's a good impression.
And I was doing Vogue and Joanne's podcast. My therapist goes to me beforehand.
You just make it sound like all we do in
Is
London
hang around with Irish people,
which is what we do.
We do, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because they're just not so different. Do you know what I mean? And he was like, "Darling, it's just like a screening, so just come along as you are," sort of thing. And I was like, "Grand," and I turned up, and it was like a proper. You looked stunning. You were in your blue
I was in a
two-piece.
suit. I looked like I came from the office.
You
which
looked
I did.
beautiful. Andrew was all wearing. Claire
beautiful.
Foy was wearing a gown, and I was wearing my Pelador Irish jumper, a pair of old cowboy boots, the wrong. And you know, I'm not saying I look, but that is the wrong. I look like I'm.
Sorry, can I just point out that you're doing that thing that Victoria Beckham says? You put one leg in front of the other.
Yes, trying to jazz it up.
And then you're ready, so you're done.
I look like I'm judging the ploughing championship.
Yes. It's a strong look.
Yeah.
And be proud.
But I was giving it the Victoria Beckham going, maybe no one will notice. And then underneath going, where are you off to? Where are you going? You know.
It was a good night, though.
It was brilliant.
We had a lovely night. We sang Aron na Bhéin, and the night should have ended. And that's all I'll say.
I mean, that's always high nights end.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're from County Down when the lights come on and you're waiting to find out which national anthem they're going to sing. You're never quite sure who you're shifting.
Let's just hold it.
So that's,
I love Ireland. Shifting.
Shifting.
I love it.
I'm sorry to bring up shifting, Domhnall. I know this is traumatizing for you. I believe you had a memory of the Gael talk, something which happened on the dance floor
Did you have
there.
your first shift in the Gaeltacht? Because I did.
So did
Oh my God, Laura! No, I just had a really weird one because I didn't want to go to discos. I was scared of discos. And I just remember being in the Gaeltacht and really feeling a long way from home. And somebody trying to teach me how to dance, like live, which is bad. Like, you know, like in front of other people. They're like, you need to move. And I was like, I don't think I do. So I was sort of stood there, and a rumor had gone around that you could get high off asthma inhalers. If you did like a load of asthma inhaler, you could get high. And I was really, like, I was really well behaved. I was not, but I remember watching a kid try to get high off an asthma inhaler. And then I saw him have to be led from the dance floor, and he pooed his pants. And not just his pants, he pooed the dance floor. There was scutter on the dance floor. It was all the way out.
Nodding as though he understood. Like, yes, like, yeah. Like,
Oh,
you
Patrick, it was you! Yeah, it was mad.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, the poor kid.
Oh, God, you never get over that. They're probably watching it now and you're bringing it up and it's a trigger.
I've not named any names.
Okay,
I
don't name
think
names.
so.
Yes.
Where it's Ireland, we will find him tonight.
Don't.
Please.
Don't.
They're actually here, folks.
It's a big trail all the way out. Deer. Still on the...
You guys have a lot in common now because you've got your new movie.
Oh, well, yeah.
No, we're going to talk about the movie, and you've got your documentary series as well, which is coming out.
Yeah.
Laura Whitmore Investigates.
Yeah, we dropped it on ITVX, which is like a streamer, and then they put it on telly afterwards. It's what they do. They like the box set because people like to watch everything in one go. And then it's coming out at the end of this month. And yeah, it's a little bit different to other things I've done before.
It's proper hard-hitting stuff.
Yeah, I think I was halfway through it going, what have I said I'm going to do? But for me, I started out my career, I studied journalism, and I worked in a newsroom and realised the news is actually quite sad and hard. And I entered a competition to be an MTV presenter, because that was a lot more fun at the time. But there's always been a bit of me that wants to kind of been able to do a little bit more than... I kind of had constraints within different jobs I've had in the past, and I wanted to push them a little bit. So we made this film. It's really weird. We're talking about Valentine's Day, and I'm going to bring the tone down just a little bit.
No, it's all.
But I made a documentary on incel behaviour, particularly about misogyny and views and these online blogs, and it ended up becoming 3 very different films. And I won't talk too much about it now because I really feel I'm going to change the tone a lot. But I felt I had this brilliant platform from all these great jobs I've had over the years, and I wanted to do something with it. And I think it was when I was in Oklahoma interviewing a man in a mask who hates women with an all-female crew. There's a bit of me and my husband's going, are you sure you're okay, you want to do this? But I'm really proud of what we made. And it was hard, but I'm really proud of what we made.
Do you think you're going to do more of this, or are you going to do more of the acting because you're in a Channel 4 drama as well and you've got your movie?
Yeah, do you know what? I love storytelling. I love stories. Like, one of the first jobs I went for when I was 18 was a TV show that was in the UK, and I got down to the last Irish person that was brought over there, and I didn't get the job. Damn you! Where's that show now? But it was a big show at the time, and I didn't get it, and I was a bit bummed. And then I finished my degree, and I applied to be a presenter in MTV. And I got that. And I wouldn't have got that if I got the other job. So everything in life happens for a reason. I've now come back around again. And I'm just really blessed with the opportunities I've been given. And yeah.
Well, look, we're going to have a little clip.
Oh, God, not in front of these people.
Hang on a second.
They're
You're a movie. Hang on.
No, you're friends.
You're my friend. I know, but you're very good at what you do.
Look, I mean, I know you're,
Yeah.
This is you in a lead in your first movie.
Yeah.
So I think we should have a little look at this. This is amazing.
I'm actually, is this with Frances Barber? Frances Barber, who's like, one of my, I love her to bits, yeah.
Let's have a little look.
This is more fun.
I don't even know your name. Nistan.
Listen, Emily's a wonderful child. So mature. How are you possibly going to explain this to her in the future?
I'll do my best. But you played your part, and I know you did it wonderfully.
You know, I got this script last year. We filmed this last year, at the end of last year. This is weird, because I love live telly, because you do it and you're done and you move on. And it's weird when you do, because you know, you've made films and
Yes.
and you
I
do
mean,
it.
we've all made that journey from Love Island to...
We did. We did look like sorry, Love Island OG right here. We have a moment. Yes. We had great. Yeah, but you did it the early days when you had great fun.
I did it with celebrities.
You did it with celebrities.
Yes.
Yeah, and naughtiness. When I was working on the show, you ended up like it was very strict, so there was no going out partying.
Were you a fan? Are you a Love Island fan?
Yes, I very much am a big fan of Love Island. Yes,
I can tell, Domhnall, it's very much the type of thing you would...
I'm a big fan of Love. I don't really know it.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that, but but that's the truth.
But you know what? That was acting, and I believed you.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
I believed you. So you should do that.
Yeah,
You're good at it. You're good at it. But you know, you like. I'm interested in lots of different things, and I'm very blessed for the opportunities I had. I didn't get that acting role when I was younger. I loved MTV. I got to travel the world. I interviewed every rock star in my early 20s. It was terrible. And it was it was great. And then I got to a stage where I just wanted to do new things and push boundaries and challenge myself, like you do. And I just love people.
I don't.
Do
I think Patrick challenges.
No, he doesn't. No, not at all.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
It's not, do you know, it's so weird sitting here with you, because can I just say, like, Patrick is amazing. Like, you are amazing. And we sat down and I did this interview with you at the London Irish Centre, and you had me laughing and crying. He did, in the space of a very short amount of time. And I think
That's what I shoot for with
You do.
audiences. Normally they cry after I try to make them laugh,
No, but
but not in a good way.
You bring, I think with all of us, we've got so many different sides to us, and it's good to laugh and it's good to cry and it's good to explore all avenues.
I'm now you see, now I'm doing the shucks.
Yeah. You're great, though. He's great.
We
You are Patrick. You are great.
We're like at the Grail Talk again.
This is exactly what it's like. We got to talk a little bit about Valentine's Day.
I didn't know it was Valentine's Day until I came onto the show, and I'm like, haven't planned anything. Great,
How
thank
did you miss it? The budget has been spent on all these flowers.
It's true. We've sold the flip-flops. I gotta ask you. So what's the secret of yourself and Ian's relationship? Because you guys
Don't see each other.
Well, no,
we don't see each other. That is the secret.
In your spare time, you have a podcast on serial killers.
Yes.
So, I mean, is it the couple who talk about serial killers stay together? I mean,
That's a normal thing that people do, yeah?
Yeah.
No. Do you know, and it's probably similar with your other half. Like, I don't see Ian that much. Which works quite well in our relationship. But every now and again, we kind of meet to talk about true crime. And
Yes.
it's a thing that we mutually love. No, honestly, so Ian has a background in law. My background is journalism. And Ian's a stand-up comedian. Every now and then he comes out with this incredible bit of knowledge of the law system in different countries when we're watching true crime on telly or watching some film. And I love the psychology of why people do what they do, which is why the documentaries was really important for me. When I sat down with these men who are doing horrible things, I'm like, why am I putting myself in this situation? Because I find empathy with everyone, even people I shouldn't. And why do people do things? How do we change it? So the one thing we had in common, me and Ian had got asked to do like couples podcasts. I'm like, I'm not doing a couples podcast. Because we're not going to fight about who's taking the bins out. We do that privately, not in front of everybody.
Yes.
But we love true crime, and once a week we kind of sit down together, and I'm like, "How are you?" And I just realised today, when I looked around, I realised next week on Valentine's Day we booked in to do the true crime podcast.
And that's what love is all about, folks.
But And I know you have to be careful with like getting the balance right, and these are real people's lives. A lot of it is poking fun at the police system and how police let so many things slip through the system, or how stupid criminals are. But for us, it's our little time together, and that's absolutely normal. And I won't hear anything said against that.
There you go.
Yes,
there you go.
But yeah, we love it. We love it.